Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Amir Chiama and this is Evening News. Let's have a look at tonight's top stories. Government denies media reports that some former Sri Lankan government officials have fled to Maldives following the presidential elections on Thursday. Fisheries Ministry is to conduct a survey among fishermen to probe the lukewarm response received by the government's catch or no catch insurance scheme. And the 4-day eye camp conducted at Hulumale Hospital and successfully after treating a total of 888 patients, says Health Ministry. Government has denied popular rumors that some key government officials of Sri Lanka's previous administration have fled to Maldives following the presidential elections on Thursday. In a statement issued by Foreign Ministry, it is stated that the Maldivian government confirms that no senior official in the previous government of Sri Lanka traveled to the Maldives after the presidential elections. The statement comes at a time when some Sri Lankan newspapers have claimed that the country's former Defence Minister Gotabaya Rajapaksa and his wife fled to Maldives on a Sri Lankan Air Force jet as soon as poll results were announced. Meanwhile, President Yamin has congratulated Sri Lankan President Maithripala Sirisena on his electoral victory and praised the Sri Lankan people for demonstrating the strength of the country's democracy and the resilience of its institutions. Fisheries Ministry is to conduct a survey among fishermen to probe the lukewarm response received by the government's catch or no catch insurance scheme, one of the landmark pledges of the Yamin's administration. According to the ministry, the survey, which will begin this year, would look into ways in which the scheme may be amended to make it more appealing and ideal for local fishermen. The survey will collect information on the income and expenditures of fishermen and probe reasons why many fishermen are reluctant to enroll in the scheme. While the survey is being conducted, the scheme will be in place as it is. The ministry reports that many fishermen are complaining about the huge costs involved in the scheme. While the ministry has issued funds twice to fishing vessels enrolled in the scheme so far, it must be noted that funds are only issued to vessels registered in the scheme during low catch periods. Only vessels carrying fishing licenses and vessel locating devices sold by the ministry can enroll in the scheme. A vessel enrolled in the scheme has to make payments to the ministry under the set policies of the scheme. The 4-day eye camp conducted at Hulumale Hospital and successfully after having treated a total of 888 patients, says Health Ministry. The camp, which was conducted at state-run IGMH and Hulumale Hospital and organized by Health Ministry in association with local NGO Mahaldeep Foundation and Pakistan's FEMA Safe Vision, along with the Islamic Relief Organization, began on the 4th of this month. While 888 patients were treated at the camp, 36 of them underwent eye surgeries and 316 patients got the prescription numbers for glasses. Experienced eye specialists from Saudi Arabia and Pakistan worked at the camp, which also provided free medicine to patients along with free consultations. The dredger required for the phase 2 of the reclamation project in Hulumale has arrived in Maldives today. According to HDC, the dredger belonging to Belgian company Dredging International arrived in Maldives this morning from Singapore. The dredger named Liv Eriksson can excavate over 40,000 cubic tons of sand at once. Meanwhile, the proposed area for phase 2 reclamation has been closed off to vehicles and its roads have been removed. The project involves dredging, reclamation and shore protection of approximately 230 hectares of land from the northern side of Hulumale. When complete, Hulumale Phase 2 will be able to accommodate a residential population of more than 100,000 people. Bank of Ceylon has issued a loan of $30 million for the reclamation project. Hulumale development project began 10 years ago with a huge master plan to convert a lagoon into an island. It was a project undertaken by the Gayoom administration in 1997 to solve the issue of shortage of housing faced by people living in capital city region. First phase of the project was targeted to house a population of 60,000, under which 188 hectares of land was reclaimed. We'll take a short break now and return in a few minutes.
Gabriel.
Hey, disco dance.
Beenulla veng activate kollevuma goja savaf hatara sumaka SMS kurava.
Education Ministry has decided to issue loans under the tertiary loan scheme to 260 students for now. Out of the 260 students, 80 are studying overseas and 180 are studying to obtain diplomas or undergraduate degrees in the Maldives. The ministry is providing most number of loans to students aspiring to pursue the medical field. Applicants of the scheme must be full-time students aged 18 and above, and if willing to study abroad, they must select a SAARC country. While application forms will be issued until the 15th of this month, forms will be accepted from the 18th to the 22nd of this month. Maldives National Chamber of Commerce and Industry (MNCCI) says that application forms for this year's night market will be issued starting tomorrow. Speaking to DhiTV on the event, Vice President of MNCCI Ismail Asif said that forms will be issued starting from 8 a.m. tomorrow directly from MNCCI's main office. Asif said that tables will be sold for 3,900 rupiah each, and each form can be issued a maximum of 3 tables. State Trading Organization STO has cut down fuel prices once again. According to STO, following changes to global oil prices, both petrol and diesel costs have been slashed down by 1 rupiah 75 lari per litre. As a result, petrol now sells for 12.37 rupiah per litre and diesel for 12.33 rupiah per litre. Previously, petrol sold for 14 rupiah per litre and diesel for 14.12 per litre. This is the third time over the past 3 months that the company has cut down fuel prices. Maldives National Defence Force (MNDF) has managed to put out the blaze that broke out in the forest area of Hulumale last night. The blaze, which erupted among a group of trees in the forested area of Nirolmagu, was reported to MNDF's Fire and Rescue Services Department at around 9:30 last night. MNDF's firemen, along with policemen and firemen from Ibrahim Nasser International Airport, managed to put the fire out by 3:20 a.m. in the early morning. No injuries were reported in the fire that broke out in the area, which is used as a garbage disposal site by residents. Although the source of the fire is not yet clear, it is believed that the fire originated from dry refuse. With that, we conclude tonight's evening news. Thank you for joining us. Have a pleasant evening.